So this is Dr. Gerard at Lakewood's Chiropractic in Forest Lake, Minnesota, and one of the most common questions that we get here at our office is, if I'm under care, how do you determine my frequency? Like, how often do you have to see me, and where'd that come from? I always try to say there's 4 variables that make up how we see you, how often we see you, and necessarily why we see you. Number 1, and most importantly, is how do you feel? Like, how are you physically doing? Now, interestingly enough, that only makes up 25% of the equation, yet most of us think that if they feel good, I should be seen, shouldn't be seen, and if I feel bad, that's the time to be seen. But really, truly, that's part of it, but it's only 25% of the equation. The second part that comes into play, which is, what is my tests, scans, x-rays if I've had them, like, what do those show? Like, what do those demonstrate? And based upon that, what's an appropriate schedule to take care of them, correct them, help them, heal them, repair them, etc. And so that will factor in. So just those 2 things alone are 50% of the equation. The next thing I factor in is I factor in your past. What have you done in your past? Now, I know you look at me and say, that's my past. The problem with your body is the same problem that happens to a car. If you beat up a car in its early days, you will pay the price later for it, even if you do better things to it. In the same way, those accidents and falls and traumas, those sports, those concussions, those 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler bike accidents, those matter, and they do play into the role of your frequency and how often we see you. What's the last thing we factor in? What you're doing now. Like, what does your daily routine look like? Are you staring in front of a computer for 8 hours at a time? Are you sitting and picking up thousands of pounds of brick and mortar and cement or landscape or whatever? Are you picking up kids all day long? Are you stressed all the time? And if that is you right now and you're looking there, that can play a big role into the need or care and frequency. So we put those 4 things together. That's what determines what an appropriate schedule is for you. This is Dr. Gerard at Lakewood's Chiropractic in Forest Lake, Minnesota. We'll see you soon.